I promise you, our time has come. Our day is here, and the entire earth is going to have to bow down to us and acknowledge that we are the true Israelites of the Almighty God. Just wait on it. It's Black power forever.
Child, y'all better pay attention to what's happening right now. Cracker Barrel, struggling. Target, struggling. Hospitals, shutting down. Why? Because the white dollar by itself won't keep these companies afloat. And while they play DEI, baby, they need our talent, ingenuity, and brilliance. And when Black folks start pulling back their talent, their time, child, struggling. And we already seen what happened to Target. And when we start pulling our money back, baby, they gonna find out. See, what some white folks don't understand is this. Black people are a gift. Our ingenuity, our creativity, our brilliance. It's been the lifeline of this country. We've poured into it, even when this country gave us nothing in return. And let's not forget our buying power. Our buying power hit over $1.7 trillion in 2023. Baby, that's not pocket change. That's why we see these corporations chase us when they need us. But the second they're done, baby, they toss us to the side. And that's why I don't care if Cracker Barrel puts a poster of Barack Obama up. Baby, I'm still not eating there. And I don't care if Carnival Cruises comes crawling back, talking about we love diversity. I see the game. I won't be back. And Target, let me be real clear. The last time I stepped foot in that store was the last time, period. Y'all don't get to play in our faces. Use us when it's convenient, then toss us aside. Not anymore. Because above all, this country understands the dollar sign. And it's time we start reserving ours for us. That's why I keep saying Black love, Black unity, Black strategy, Black community. Because, baby, we need to build our own infrastructures from soup to nuts. So we won't be out here begging for a seat at their table anymore. Baby, those days are over.
Hey guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So in today's video,
for years, Black people have been standing for everyone. They stood for immigrants, for white folks, for Black folks, themselves, for Latinos, for Asians, like name it. Whatever Black people are doing, they do it for everybody. And now the white rage is out there, and the reason being that Black folks have decided to stay silent. Instead of protesting or seeing them on the street or talking so much about it and disturbing their mental health, they have decided to protest with their tax dollars instead. And everyone is so upset about it. Well, guys, I've gathered a lot of videos for you guys, which I'm going to let roll. Then I'll come back with more commentary, and credit belongs to original creators of these videos.
Guys, let's jump right into today's video. Please consider subscribing. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up as well, and drop your own take in the comment section as we watch together. Let's go watch, then I'll come back with more commentary.
White rage? White rage? That is what they never planned for. That is what they could never prepare for. That is expected, the unexpected. They wanted to be us so bad because they could mow us down with no hearts. They could mow us down and not have to have no accountability for it. But they own people. When it's their own people, now they got real problems on their hands. Now they not dealing with people with civil rights. They dealing with people with constitutional rights. They dealing with their real citizens. Now it's a revolution. And we support the revolution. Stand up. We support the revolution. My Caucasian, my white sisters and brothers, my Asian sisters and brothers, my Latin sisters and brothers, we support the revolution. We right here cheering y'all on 100%. Y'all got the blue.
Middle class and poor white men get their rage from realizing that the promise of their white skin being all they needed was a lie. That when you have to put them against other people to truly compete, they lose. They lose. And so their rage is the lie that was told to them by the elite, the upper class, that the only thing they had to do was be white and their lives would be easy. They're waking up to that lie. Because when you have to compete with people that the system told you is inferior to you, not as smart as you, not as strong as you, not as bright as you, and then you go out into the world and you're not as smart, you're not as strong, and you're not as bright, and your life to some degree looks worse than the people's lives, particularly Black people, who the system told you is supposed to be beneath you. The rage when you drive through a neighborhood and it's beautiful houses and nice cars and great jobs and kids that love their moms and their dads, and you're a white man looking at that, and you live down at the trailer park and you could barely get a good job. Your wife is drunk, right? Because she still has to deal with you, so she's drinking her life away, right? That's rage. White rage is always in comparison to Black excellence or Black accomplishment. So whenever Black people specifically, and the goalpost keeps moving for white rage. It's always going to land and end on Black people. But then you add immigrants, then you add gay people, whatever marginalized that the system told white men is beneath them. Because remember, white men are supposed to be at the top of the food chain. They didn't read the fine print though. It's wealthy white men at the top of the food chain. They didn't read the fine print. And so now they're living a reality that doesn't reflect the lie that was sold to them. And for the wealthy white men, their rage is tied to this white replacement therapy, right? This is why Musk is having all these children and telling everybody they want babies, because their rage is about black and brown people outnumber white people. White people only make up 7% of the world's population. This is why they hoard all the weapons and power, because they don't have numbers. So if they don't have numbers, they will control it through rage. That's where the rage comes from. And they have convinced white women that they need to be just as angry as them about being replaced. They have convinced them, right? They have convinced women the way that the 1% convinced poor whites, right? If you haven't read about the Bacon Rebellion, go read it, right? Poor people were starting to get solidarity around being poor and going after the 1%. The 1% went, oh, no, we got to do something about that. So they gave poor white people race. They told them, you're better than the Negroes. You're better than the Asians. You're better than everybody else, right? To break up solidarity with poor white people being in solidarity with other poor people. So they gave them race to distract them. And now white men have given white women the idea that they are better. They are the beauty standard. They are number one. So a lot of white women's rage is coming out into the world and seeing beautiful black women, beautiful brown women, beautiful Asian women. This is why white women really like to drive home the point, particularly when they get a black man. Because what it solidifies to them is, we are the beauty standard. Everybody wants us. This is why when they encounter black men that don't like them, they fucking glitch. Because the white men that set up the beauty standard distracts them with beauty and blonde hair, right? This is why they like come telling us, at least I can grow my, like, white men give white women beauty to distract them. In the way that rich white men gave poor white men race to distract them. This is why when a white woman argues with anybody else, the first thing she goes to, it's never your intelligence, right? It's never your smarts. It's always, I can grow my own hair. And they always go to hair. When white women attack black women, they always attack us about beauty, because that's what white men gave them, to tell them they're better than us. In the same way that rich white men gave poor white men race to tell them they're better than us.
I remember someone saying the other time that how can a person who earns over $1,000 a day tell someone who earns maybe $100 in a day that the people who earns nothing is their problem? I think that is exactly what they use to speak to those people. If you take a look at the people who really voted against their own interests in the last election, you'll find that a majority of them are actually from the rural community. These are people who have nothing. And these are people who you see online now raging, gaslighting black folks for not even speaking up or for not protesting. These are people who, the hospitals close to them are like an hour drive. These are people who have little to nothing in their name. And yet, they voted to, make other people feel sad because they felt they were never going to be affected. With what is happening right now, they are not finding out that white supremacy couldn't protect them or cannot protect them for a very long time or forever. Let's put it that way. For years, it has been protecting them. For years, they could stand and do whatever thing they want. For years, they have known no suffer. And just when, it's as if they feel that everything is good for them, they have voted to, make other people feel the pain and all of that. They are not saying that they are not seeing the impact of their decision coming to them slowly. And that's why they are all raging on social media. That's why I see a lot of them now screaming about how things are so expensive, how they cannot afford life anymore, how the cost of living is, draining them, how their wallets are empty, how they cannot feed their kids, farmers crying that, oh, we can no longer, keep our farms together. So many of these things are just happening because a group of people decided that it was better to vote against other people's interests, not knowing that directly or indirectly they were going to be a part or a partaker of whatever decision that they make at that time. And that's why the whole rage is happening. Their anger is, why didn't you people speak up enough? I don't know if you guys have seen the video of that man who happened to be a farmer, a rural farmer, and he was complaining about how he didn't know much about Trump and his project 2025, and how he didn't hear anything about Kamala, so he just went with whoever he heard about and he voted for the orange ban. And now he's about to lose his farm and he's upset about it, and now saying that, oh, he trusted TikTok for his news. He trusted TikTok. He didn't see, anything about it. And people were not telling him the algorithm only pushes most of the things that you watch. So you were tilting towards conservative media. You never wanted to research about every other thing or read. Take your time to read Project 2025. And now that the consequences are coming, you expect every other person to feel sorry for you. That's not even happening. And he got upset. And he got upset. So what I'm just trying to say is that the rage that everybody's seeing right now is because black folks have decided to stay silent. So yes, black folks is working. The silence is working. Your calmness is working. Whatever boycott you're doing is working. Even though they would not accept it, because I see some people saying things like, how many times have you guys been boycotting? What have you gotten? But I'm sure you know that your economic power is your strongest power right now. So use it well. And you guys are doing the right thing. Like, it's actually working. Well, guys, let me know what you all think in the comment section, right? Let's have that conversation. I would love to read from you guys. And credit belongs to original creators of these videos. Please do well to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Thank you for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye.